Hello, it's Nifty Shortcake here, and I am going to show you how to sublimate or print on stockings for your cosplay or your fashion, whatever you want to do. Anyways, so Cricut calls this infusible ink, but I'm not using Cricut infusible ink stuff. I have a Epson Eco tank behind me, and I have Sublimation ink in it. And I bought both of those off of Amazon. I also have a Cricut heat press, which is the only Cricut product I'm using today, is my heat press here. It is right here. I have butcher paper, heat tape. I have my printouts on Sublimation paper, that's very important. And I have some polyester tights that I will be printed on. Those are the supplies you'll need. You can't just print on anything, and you can't just print with regular ink. You have to have the right stuff or this won't work. So I'm making myself some fan art stockings for a concert. These will not be for sale. They will never be in my shop. They are just for me. And I am going to walk you through the process. So I'm making manga tights, and I printed out my artwork. It has words on it, so it must be printed out in reverse, because when you press paper side down, so whatever you print out is going to print onto your fabric in reverse, okay? So it's very important to print your image in reverse. So if you can't read it, you did it right. See? Okay, I have the camera in reverse right now for you, so you see it correctly, but I don't, okay? Okay, so I'm going to put this on because I want to do front and back. And I have a scene where, like, Sailor Moon is kissing Tuxedo Mask. So I want that to be on the front of the stocking. So I'm just going to play with it until I get it where I want it to be. I'm going to wrap it around. Okay. Yeah. And I'm also using what is called a jig. And this one is a sock jig. And basically it's just like, mine is they come in metal or cardboard. Mine is a piece of cardboard the shape of my sock. And I'm taping it down so it's flat. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. This one is really cute. It's Princess Serenity when she spots Endymion for the first time and she's all spying on him. I thought it was really cool. So, I have all the love scenes on the stockings. Alright. I got the idea because the creator was like, yeah, Sailor Moon would totally have like all of her mangas, and she'd have all the fan art, and she'd have everything. So I was like, oh, that is totally Sailor Moon. Alright, I want them like kissing on the front, I think. And then them not kissing on the back, so I'm just fiddling with it. You really just have to play it out. And I'm not making it so you can read the entire manga or anything. It's not my manga to read. I just printed out some random scenes. I'm not too worried. You're not going to read your stockings. I just want the pretty pictures. Alright. And then, there. So, we have the paper down. You want to make sure that it's like flat. Alright, and then you want to put paper on top of this. So, I have some more butcher paper. You can also use parchment paper. And then I am going to put that on top because I do not want any ink getting on my printer if it bleeds through the paper. And then I have my printer. I'm sorry, this is the press. I have my press set for 370 degrees. And my timer is broken, so it doesn't work anymore. But I'm pressing it for about 30 seconds. And we're going to do it together. So right now we're at 4 minutes and 41 seconds on this video. So at about 5 minutes, I'm going to pull it off. It's not quite 30 seconds, but you can also tell, like, when your paper starts to smell like it's burning, it's usually done. So let me tell you a few things that I print on. You can print on like 3,000 different things. everything from plates to shoes to hats to, oh gosh, car decals, everything. But what I print on, what my hobbies are, is I like to print on fabric. I like to put my original art on fabric usually. This is the first time I've ever done something like this with like a comic book page. But I read the rules and it's okay as long as I don't sell it, which I don't plan on. But we are now at 5 minutes and 32 seconds, so we're going to pull it. You can print on polyester fabric. You can print on half polyester, half cotton fabric. But you absolutely cannot print on cotton fabric. That looks good. I'm going to keep it like that, and I'm going to flip it over now to get the other side. I was just looking at it. And this is going to be very hot. It's 370 degrees hot. So we flipped it over to the other side, and then I'm just going to do the exact same thing I just did. Alright. You can print on, I also like to print on tights, obviously, that's part of fabric. I like to print on patches, wallets, I do purses, I print on like charms, t-shirts is a big thing I get. Coffee cups. I was Quiet Cups for like 10 years. Coffee cups is huge. I have gotten some cups and I've got the press back up, and I'll be doing coffee cups next. That'll be my next tutorial for you. And it's not really a tutorial so much as I'm like showing you things. Because I'm not really good at like camera tutorials. You want a class with me, come in person, I'll tell you like everything you need to know. Or if you know me, like pick my brain. I don't gatekeep crafting. I'm watching the time on my phone. Takes about, 10-20 minutes to make a pair of stockings from start to finish. I already did this once already, so everything was already heated up and ready to go, so it's going to be a little less this time. But about 20 minutes for stockings. This just makes crafting better. And in case you were wondering, my pinky is still broken. It does not move. The whole knuckle apparatus here is broken. But the heat press was melting my glove, like cast they gave me, so I had to take it off. Alright, so now what we're going to do is magic. Pulling the paper. And this is like super duper hot. And while it's hot, it can still like transfer, so you gotta be quick, ninja quick. And then you can get 2 prints out of 1 sheet of paper, but the second print will be kind of faded. So that's up to you. You're probably not going to do anything with it. But there we are. You can't see that. Stockings. Alright, so now I'll show you how to take them off the jig. So for stockings, ooh, that's really hot. So for stockings, you want to carefully slide them off. These are really thick stockings too, so I'm not worried about them tearing. And I just slide it off. And this is what a jig looks like. Some come in metal. This one is like composite board. But this one is for socks and stockings. And yes, it does matter if you want to do this. I highly suggest getting yourself a jig. For some reason, other tutorials, when they show you how to do this stuff, they don't tell you about the jigs because they're gatekeeping. And I want to tell you right now, I don't care for that. I use this to make money for my business, yes, but I am also a crafter, and you do you. Just don't rip off my designs. I don't care what you sell. Just don't rip off me. And then there's the other jig. They come in 2s, obviously, because you have 2 legs. So here are our finished stockings, and I don't know if you can tell, but there we go. And I think these came out pretty cool. There's the other side. So put it on my arm so you can see. So yeah, and these are machine washable. It's fused onto the fabric, so it is one with the fabric. And there we go. I hope that helped you in your crafting adventures. If you would like to pick my brain, I am Nifty Shortcake on Discord. Feel free to message me and ask me what you need to buy to get into this. I will tell you right now, it's not cheap. This is an investment. But if you craft a lot, or maybe you're an artist and you need something like new for your products and you're tired of shipping from China or wherever it is you get your stuff from, this is a really good investment. It cost $500 for the printer. It cost several hundred for the Cricut heat press. It costs about $25 for paper. So I probably spent about $1,000 on startup. But then to maintain it, you need like to replace the ink. And that's why I got an Epson Eco tank, because it lasts a lot longer than the Sawgrass printers. So I highly suggest, if you want to get into this, use an Epson printer. Eco tank is the way to go. And then I have found that ink lasts me about maybe 1,000 pages. It really just depends on like what are you printing. For me, I only print to the size of a sheet of paper. So, and if I print full color, I get about 1,000 pages. So if you're only printing small things, obviously it'll last a lot longer for you. And I don't know, I think it's a great investment. And I will talk to you more about it if you want to know how to get into it for your crafting pleasure. I hope this was helpful to you, and I'm a little shy, so I'm going to hang out now. See you later.